I have to say, the Cameroonian coach took out Robbie from Arsenal TV, and if you're a proper Arsenal fan, you'll know this. My mate mentioned it.
Let's go get this son of a bitch. Yo, Mark, this is Robert Frank 615 with Shamoon, that body power. And I heard you're walking around flexing on your little frail and pale bitch boy.
Let's talk about this England-Cameroon game. First of all, England, I'm just so happy with your character, your composure, and how focused you are during out the entire game. So well, everything, honestly. There were times I thought, oh, a bit nervy, but overall we did absolutely amazing, okay? But Cameroon are a disgrace. They were so embarrassing, their behaviour was awful, that it overshadowed the England performance. I mean, Lionesses broke the record for the best win in the knockout stages. They won 3-0, kept a clean sheet, and they did beautiful in the game. 3 amazing goals, okay? Go and watch them for yourself. I'll link it in the description. Brilliant goals, honestly. I'm just annoyed that Cameroon had to take that away from England, and it's kind of given the game a negative spin, even though England did amazing. The thing Phil Neville said at the end could not have been more spot on. It goes on about the behaviour of the Cameroonian players, and they were awful. The coach was awful. The captain was a disgrace. I mean, one of their players, who was subbed on to change the game for Cameroon, ruined the game for them at the end. She nearly broke Steph Houghton's leg. And she caught her on the bone with her foot. She knew what she was doing, and she pushed her right in front of their own coach. And the Cameroonian coach just looked at her, didn't even consult to see if she's okay. Could have ended Steph Houghton's career. And on top of that, Cameroon are saying that FIFA are racist because of decisions not going their way. Now, if you look at the decisions that were given against Cameroon, they were absolutely spot on, okay? Alright, the ref in that game was very slow, and because of VAR, it really slowed down the game. So VAR was used in about 4 or 5 incidents in the game. There was one incident where one of the England players was fouled in the penalty box. Should have got the penalty. There was 2 offside calls. Well, one was for Cameroon being offside for their goal in the second half, and England were getting checked for offside when they scored their second goal right before the end of the first half, but it was never offside. Paris now is in a position where it looks like she's offside. Apart from that, Cameroonian players went, oh, but look, she is. It looks like she's offside, but Lucy Bronze passed the ball to Ellen White, and Nikita Paris wasn't even involved in play. She wasn't even near the keeper. They're just using excuses because they're that bad. So Cameroon players were just really trying to get that excuse, oh, VAR, 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 just because they know they did bad in defending. Cameroonian manager said they got robbed and that it was an unfair game. God, this guy's got to look in the mirror, man. The way they played was overshadowed by their behaviour, because there were times where you felt, yeah, Cameroon could probably score for you. Even though we were 2-0 up, I thought Cameroon have shown like they can get back in games. Cameroon showed some promise in their last game, and the way they went out this time, it's going to resonate around the world. Even if you don't watch the Women's World Cup, you're going to know how embarrassing it was. It just ruined them. Like, the team got so emotional and angry about what happened. They just lost who they were. England played so well, and it did annoy them that they were being like that during the game, because England were just trying to focus on the game. The decision seemed harsh on Cameroon at first, but they were spot on. That disallowed goal, I didn't actually know that was offside. I thought it was on. I was like, fair play, they got a goal back. But knowing they were being dirty and knowing that they couldn't accept the fact that it was offside just really made me lose respect for them. Like, if you're going to lose a game, go out with pride for your country. Don't ridicule yourself and embarrass yourself. Those Cameroonian players should be so embarrassed and so ashamed. Their fans that come to travel for them had to see that. I mean, it's disgraceful. I'm not even Cameroonian, and I feel embarrassed for the Cameroon fans. Glad how England stayed composed. They didn't let them get to their heads. They didn't react. They stayed calm. They knew they were in the right. But, Jesus Christ, the Cameroon. The England women even were like, this is pathetic. They're trying to enjoy the game, you know. They're having a great game, but Even Cameroon were taking that away from them. You've got to look at yourselves and just think, what are we doing? Samuel Eto'o was at the game watching it, you know, proud of his country, he's Cameroonian. Seeing how his country were playing, the way they behaved, it wasn't even the way they were playing, it was just the behaviour. Never have I ever seen that from a team, and we've seen some controversial things in the male football and then just football in general. That could really ruin them. I'm very proud of England. It was a great performance. You can see Phil Neville's put everything into this team, how they've been playing, how their chemistry is. Like, they got to the semis 4 years ago, now onto the quarterfinals against Norway. He's used his experience wisely and got a new confidence going forward. But Norway are going to have a tough game. So are England. Just Cameroon need to get a grip of themselves. Embarrassing, like, God, can you imagine if the England players just got salty because they were losing the game and they were like,
oh no, ref, but that's a foul.
Oh no, but ref, that's offside. No, it wasn't.
Annoys me that a nation had to see that. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not from Cameroon, but damn, Drogba would agree.
It's a fucking disgrace.
Like, kids are watching you on TV and you want your own country, or you want other young girls, whoever's watching, to see how you play, but most importantly, how you behave. Jeez, you gotta look at yourselves and really think. Pathetic. Grown-ass woman acting like that. Just imagining all the roasts on Twitter right now, like, these women are something, man. That team, I've seen passion, but then I've seen annoyance when you can't accept something, and that was just a classic case of that, right? I know VAR can be very agitating when they take long. The game doesn't run smoothly when the decisions are taking like 4 or 5 minutes, but at the end of the day, if they have to make the call and it is the right call, then you can't blame them. I just think they need to be more efficient, you know, and just call out the decision right, and don't just think VAR because another player's just called on it. You got to think for yourself first, and I feel like the ref are now relying too much on VAR because of 1 or 2 players like, oh, you got to check it. And the ref could actually feel more pressured now from players, because if they don't use VAR, then they might get in trouble, which is totally understandable why they call VAR out. But you've got to be strong as a ref and think, hold up, that is definitely what I think it is. Just think it's ruining their confidence, you know? Like, that decision at the end of the game is 100% red. You don't have to use VAR. That's when you got to be your ref, and you've got to be asserting control in the game. Well, there's a lot to talk about this game, and there is too much to say, because the more you say about the negatives, the more it's going to overshadow England's performance, and without a doubt, they played brilliantly. I can't wait for the next game, and let's hope they win it.